ONCHAIN CA H. ONCHAIN CA H. ONCHAIN CA H.
Hey, happy Friday here on Ipeto. Welcome to another ONCHAIN CA H episode. I am not here alone. I am here with my captain. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Hopefully this time we ship the ship together to the horizon, not me alone.
So, yes, yeah. I'm not going to leave you today. Did you survive the eclipse?
Yeah.
How was your eyes are intact? No blind?
Yeah, to be honest, I was excited because in Germany, for example, or North Europe, it normally is not that clear sky to see anything. So it was a cool scenario for me, or a cool, I would say, yeah, or highlight something. But in the end, it was so commercialized, and everyone was just going loco about these glasses, and then for me it got destroyed a bit. You know what I mean? And it's like Christmas, you think, okay, family and friends and stuff like that, and you get destroyed by this merchandise of Christmas, and then you say, okay, fuck it, let's get over it. But it was something I never saw before. Basically, it was crazy. And in Spain is so fucking lucky when it comes to this location for astronomical events. Yeah, and I saw your video. Thanks for that. Awesome. So yeah, awesome.
Yes. You know what happens? The government, they have like an alarm system, like when there is a earthquake or a fire, something like this happening.
Yeah.
Very bad. They send to the people like without permission to your mobile phone is starting to beep 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 like crazy.
Yeah. That was I saw that from Dubai. People like this alarm sound from every phone simultaneously. I think that's a proof, right? They can just set us everything they want.
But do you know what they sent to us in the eclipse day? I don't know, like telling the people to don't watch to the sun or whatever, that they can get blind or stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, man. This is just getting too much. Yeah. But anyways, it was a unique event. Hope people enjoy it. And let's
absolutely.
Get into our business. Let's review the news of this week. And let's get started with the first section of Onchain Pulse. This week, we are going to highlight again one thing that is important, because there is many discussion about real-world asset tokenization, but we want to highlight properly that this tokenization is not getting success because these assets are still very underutilized on DeFi in all these products. So here in this article from Crypto Slate, they are highlighting that this is percentage of the usage of tokenization assets is under 1%. This is a long-form article, so we are not going through all of it, but it's just highlighting some of the numbers according to trusted sources like the Fiyama dashboards in real-world assets. It says it's at 34 billions almost. But if we go to real usage in DeFi, it's nothing like that. We include here like tokenization of treasury bills, like the BlackRock Bill Fund, circle USYC, all this stuff. They are tokenization of real world assets as well. But what we really want to see is this getting used as collateral and DeFi protocols, borrow some other stablecoins, like maybe mint some CRVUSD or frxUSD, stuff like that. And yeah, so far we are not watching all this happening, but it can be part of the future.
Yeah, hopefully they don't use the blockchains only as a tracking tool or something. But yeah, let's wait. I think the DeFi activation is what will drive the space forward, and this is probably the next start of the real bull. So
yeah, because these institutions sometimes they require a KYC for borrowing or stuff like that. So yeah, it's not like it's gonna be permissionless for this all these tokenizations, but still they can promote some DeFi activity that we are not watching right now. So that's it for the market metrics of the week. If you want, you can go through this article if you are interested in these metrics. But yeah, let's go into the news because we have quite a lot, and let's go into the market briefing. And we go to the eternal discussion that we are talking during several weeks about the Clarity Act. Is happening, is not happening. The politicians went into summer vacations. We don't know if it's passing this year. Nobody knows. But I think, like a summary, yeah, this is a never-ending politician thing that we are going to be following. But I think at the end, what the market is pricing right now is maybe if it doesn't pass this year, there is a high chance that it's going to be passing in the coming 1-2 years, because yeah, they need this kind of legislation for the market structure for many things. I think it's better for everybody. So maybe they remove some parts, they add some stuff. But yeah, this is the situation right now is like, we don't know, like always.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's weird, a bit weird, but I think everything is exactly it's working as planned, to be honest, and we are just puppets watching,
Let's continue. We have this post from A16Z that I think is quite remarkable. We are talking here about the power of agentic force that is coming, the agents and the computer cost of the agents is getting cheaper and cheaper. And we can compare that to a human labor force. It depends. Like we have this problem with...
to be honest, sorry for interrupting, but this is pretty scary. I would say the Western white collar job section is so fucked. And even, third world countries are probably not far away of getting wrecked from a lot of contracts they had from these big companies, big tech companies. So I'm not sure what this will cost, to be honest, because, for example, India or Pakistan or some other countries in Asia, they are basically the backbone of a lot of infrastructure builders for America and Europe and other continents and countries. So it's crazy to see that we are let's say we are one and a half year in AI. It's not longer, since it's more normie friendly, I would say, and we are already cheaper than humans.
That's correct. So that is a bit scary because, okay, if you take in consideration two things, one of them is like many of the jobs like are digital in the internet, okay, this was already happening, like, okay, one guy from Argentina or from Nigeria, they can do the customer support job with most cheapest rate than somebody in United States or Europe countries. Right. But this agent AI stuff that is happening is like a new disruption of this on top that is gonna be probably even harder. So
yes.
I don't know.
I mean, we can argue about the cost of, for example, call center or stuff like that. It could be that this consumes a lot of credits and inference and stuff like that, and there is a human maybe probably better, but for everything else, yeah, the agent is probably the better choice, or the agent system.
I mean, it's gonna be very complicated. Still, the final form, like, okay, if there is some jobs where you need to be touching some physical stuff, we didn't reach the robotics phase where, okay, robots can touch and do stuff like this.
Yeah.
But maybe it will come in the coming years. We don't know yet. But so far,
I think we know. They all want it. They all built for that. They all spent the money for that. I think it's inevitable at this point. But it's still, for me, crazy to think about seeing a robot on the street or going through the beach or something like that. I'm not sure. So I just, if nobody's watching, I'm not sure, man. I just think about Terminator movies and think, okay, I need to change that. I need to do something. The future is not looking good. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Look, this robotics, this war robotics, like these dogs and stuff running through territory humans can't even reach. It's scary shit going on, man. And couple that with super intelligence AI, man.
Yes, there's uncertainty times going on, and we know that. Try to cover yourself. Try to adapt your current job or whatever you are doing.
Go in the mountains.
No, this is not a food section. We will survive and everything will be better. We have Brian Armstrong, for example, telling us the solutions here. And crypto is one part of the solution for this AI world that we are going. He said also stablecoins are a big part of the agentic commerce. The base is very bullish on agentic commerce and this kind of stuff, payments of this agent economy. Also, it was Cloudflare telling that, okay, most of the web research and web browsers and everything will be packed with these agents, and they probably will be doing microtransactions. And Base is aware of it, and also think that DeFi will be an important part of it. Basically, Brian Armstrong, I think he has very good insights on what's going on and how the future will look like.
It reminded me of my routine Sunday rant among my family in the morning when they don't get crypto. It's exactly the arguments he laid out. Is exactly, why don't you see that it already gives us everything of freedom we need, blah blah. The early days. I remember.
Don't forget about how far we have come and everything we have built. There is so much stuff, so much people giving, I don't know, their time, their commitment, their intelligence to building what we have right now. So, kudos to all of them. Let's continue. Some more political stuff, maybe. Political and government stuff in general. UK is preparing the regulatory framework for tokenized assets. In this case, gold is very important for the UK market. They control pretty much a lot of the gold trading in London. So they are trying to go into the blockchain tokenization stuff, having some kind of regulation, and they are advancing into that. Yeah, also it's relevant. I think gold is picking up a little bit from the past weeks, and central banks, they keep accumulating the states as well. So yeah, important asset, and they want to transfer in a more efficient rails, like we think is going to happen in the coming years. And these rails are blockchain, and they can trade gold in tokenized form. Let's continue with some more news. Yes, we have another prediction of Standard and Chartered. In this case, it's about Chainlink prediction. You remember in previous weeks, we were talking about a Standard and Chartered prediction of Aave token and Uniswap token. This is the time for Chainlink. And hold on, they said very bullish prediction, but this time is $200 price target for Chainlink by the end of 2030.
Why?
I mean, I don't,
Why?
I don't know what to think
Why?
about it.
Why 2030? Why? I mean, why?
Yeah, I mean, they are very, I don't know, they have a lot of big researchers that can predict that future. I don't know.
I mean, even with programmatic buybacks and everything and projected revenue and everything, you are not able to predict that. You can. Training is so well adopted. There is no narrative who's carrying it. They had the narrative that they are the backbone of DeFi basically, and the merge between TradFi and crypto world. This narrative was not good enough to set them free from this consolidation, decline, whatever we want to call it, phase. So and now, I don't buy it, to be honest, because the Chainlink army basically the Marines they gave up. They are not part of CT anymore. You know who is carrying the cult behind the token, and I think that's why the suit's getting this wrong. They always get wrong that community is leading price action and sentiment. Sure, you can onboard TradFi buying your token, but keep in mind they will sell probably also.
Many of the strong fundamentals by Chainlink, they are gone right now probably. Oracles, they have competitors. Yeah, they are a big part of infrastructure, but we are still in a era like many people put the example of internet. So yeah, infrastructure like telecommunication companies are gonna be the ones winning, and it was not the case at the end. Like the applications built on top of internet were the ones generating the big companies. So I think I am in the case. I think that infrastructure is not the way to invest in this market. I think it will be the application layer where I want to invest, but I can be wrong. Like
it's a good take.
blockchain.
It's a good take. It's a good take, and it's good you have a take. Most of the guys or most people will not take one decision in exactly this question: is the infrastructure the game, or is it the application layer? Absolutely good question.
Yes, that's right. But we leave to everybody to investigate into that and take their own decisions, of course.
One thing I want to add. I think one thing is clear: without an application layer, no infrastructure is needed. I think that's probably the answer to the question overall.
That's correct. Let's advance. Vitalik and make a post about an update in the roadmap of Ethereum. We know he's a giga brain, and his opinion, I think, is important for everybody in the crypto market. It's very dense and very very technical, so we are not going to have a look into it. You see this. This is like many dots connecting.
Yeah.
Basically,
okay.
The things that are important for him in the future is about quantum resistance is one of the points updated in the roadmap. also some privacy stuff. And yeah, I cannot remember about the rest, but yeah, if you are interested into the technical stuff and how the future of the roadmap in the coming years, projections, what are they going to be working, you can have a look in this Vitalik long form post he make. And yeah, just be aware that this is technology, and as technology, we need to upgrade, make things better. Especially also applies for financial products.
True.
Uniswap is releasing some stuff that I think is good for adoption. Is earn product, very simple stuff for people in their app. Just deposit stablecoins or Ethereum, and they get some yields into it. I think simplicity is one of the forms of winning, and they are trying to do that with this product. I don't know. There is many products Uniswap released. Some of them fail, some of them get some traction, and I think this is interesting. But let's see if there is. I don't know. The user of Uniswap, they are only tech people, and this is not for them.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say exactly that. I thought, okay, why show us that? Push this out in the newspaper in some state where boomers and everyone is living. Why show us that? That was exactly my thought. Because why? Now it seems like they think we are dumb, because they market us this, but on the other hand, they show us V4 hooks and ranges and bins and everything, and they think, okay, please use it, and they wonder, okay, it gets not adopted. Why? Okay, maybe we are told 1,000 people playing around here for the last 3 years, so we are not the audience to grow your protocol currently. Go out with your millions and promote it to the boomers. I'm not sure why, or go into the students in academic or whatever, and put out some calls, real life calls, showing them how blockchain works, how you can earn, whatever. This would make sense. But giving us something like that powered by Morpho, who cares? Go on Morpho and do it on your own. Everybody watching here, the show is probably able to do that from themselves.
The ocean is very big. Like the crypto people, we are already using crypto. We are a few part of the population of the world.
Oh, it's not FUD section, right? Sorry.
Not FUD section. But yeah, I think if they build a simple product like that, then they need to market to the people that are not crypto people, and then show them, I don't know, how to download a Uniswap app or whatever, and then just convert your bank money into these assets, and make it easier. I don't know. This needs to be done properly. Yeah.
You're right. We agree.
Let's talk a little bit about Coinbase. They have established an Abu Dhabi licensing, let's say. So they are choosing Abu Dhabi like the tokenization hub for Coinbase. And they recently acquired this kind of license to do that. So yeah, they are like playing this game as well of buying this kind of license to do some stuff outside of the United States. So yeah,
makes
interesting
sense.
play.
I mean, this makes sense, right? Freedom of whatever weird stuff the politics or the politicians will decide in the future to harm your business. I think it's just intelligent.
Yeah, at the end, you don't want to depend just from one legislation in United States. So that will be a bit risky for companies, even if they are centralized companies. You want to have the option to go into or do other stuff in other countries, in other legislations that maybe are better for your business.
True.
Base is related with Coinbase as well. The blockchain is releasing some new technology. It's about MCP. This is a technology about connecting the agents, so they can have money and spend with it. Just one announcement that came out during this week, and they are working, as we were telling, they are very bullish on agents and commerce with agents.
Someone needs to launch launchpad on Base, but only for agents. However, you artificially create that, but this would probably create a good narrative big enough to rival Robinhood currently.
Mm-hmm.
If you manage to deploy agents and to autonomously pushing memes, talking about memes and sharing thesis around the bull case of these dump memes, I think this could be something really interesting, because it pretty much proves the thesis around agents will do the transactions and not the humans. And that, coupled with the meme shit we currently see, could be a really, really good case to bootstrap something.
I have a question. So if agents are so smart, why are they buying memes? So
right. Like Agent 5. Yeah, right. Exactly. Building, for example, building communities on X, and I don't know, and this weird shit we all hopefully expect to see in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be weird, to be honest. Let's continue. More traditional news here. You know, Norway have a very big sovereign wealth fund. They have a lot of petrol and stuff, and yeah, they have a big fund, 1.4 trillion, and they disclose some of it is going into Ethereum. Not too much. It's an exposure of 5.8 million. Yeah, but I mean, it's surprising that governments and wealth funds like this, they are starting to diversify and have this kind of assets in their portfolio. Some news happening about Curve this week. There is a governance proposal going on that is looking for a new risk provider. And there are several proposals that came. One is from Pharos Watch. There is another one coming from, what is the name of them? The Manifold Risk Provider Proposal, and another one from Curvature Risk Provider Proposal. Yeah, if you are in governance into Curve, you can vote and choose what is your favorite player. And yeah, the purpose of this is just have a look into some of the parameters, the risk of the different assets that gets approved, and yeah, complicated.
Who's leading? Who's currently leading? Do we have a little update? Who's leading? Oh, wait, I can click the link.
Let me click the link. Here I open the proposals. So we can watch it live. Yeah. There is a lot of people against Pharos 50-50, but many people against the Curvature Risk Provider. And it looks like, this is about yield basis.
Yeah. Keep in mind there's a yield basis proposal going on as well. Pharos got pretty much rejected.
Yeah, Pharos.
Same for Tulipa Capital. Is it and BA Labs Risk Provider, same.
So it looks like a Manifold Risk Provider is the one winning right now, but it convex vote against it.
So here's also why risk. It's under Blockworks and Xeperos.
Tulipa against this one. Why risk? Yes.
Yes, this one.
This one is the one Convex choose. So this is the winner.
Oh yeah, right. True. Okay, we have it. We have the winner.
We have a winner, Convex. Convex choose wild risk that I think is related with probably yield based. No, sorry.
You can think that because of the Y, but it's not true. I think it's probably a self Y risk Y risk. Let's find them on X. I think I saw a post or something. But I think that's not. Let's see. We need. I think if they win, we can highlight it the next week. So no problem about that.
Yeah, we can investigate about them, but probably I think it's related with Jan finance team because the why. But we need to do more research into it. If of course, the Convex have this choose this protocol, they know about it. Then there is another big event happening on Accrue Finance. This is a reduction of the emissions happening, Bitcoin styles happening, and
cool.
The inflation got reduced about this time of the year, and at the same is happy birthday to Curve. So this is the event happening every year. The CRP emissions is dropping. It cuts by 15.9%, the annual reduction. So it's important reduction of the emissions. And at the same time, you need to consider there is the locking of the tokens going on with the Curve ecosystem that is happening simultaneously with the emission reductions. So it's a complex tokenomics. You need to understand that this is one of the events that happen every year.
Nice, and congrats.
Yes, congrats, guys and Llamas. Let's jump into Polygon. We have some news. Polygon is giving the users a wallet infrastructure. So starting now, any businesses that build on top of Polygon, they can create this embed wallet experience. So it's very easy for the protocols building into Polygon to have access to the wallets.
That's good. That's pretty cool for builders. Yeah, that's cool. Polygon is crushing it, to be honest. I think they were dead 2 or 3 times on CT and coming back always stronger than ever. It's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially they are focused now on payments. This kind is a good, a very specific thing they will need for fintechs, stuff like that, is the wallet solutions. So yeah, very, very important. And also there is important news going on about Polygon Labs joining the Bank of England's digital pound solutions they are building. So yeah, they are getting some kind of good agreements with governments as well to create stable coins for nations. So this is good stuff, I think.
Absolutely.
We can see.
What's really sad is that the token doesn't get any appreciation from that. I mean, I'm still not sure what's the tokenomics now. I think they had a little revamp or something going on. I saw some posts, some bullish posts from community members highlighting, okay, now we have value accrual also through to the token itself. But I need to dig into it because they have so good news. Also, the revenue numbers, I think, are not that bad. Volume numbers in comparison to Base and Robinhood are not bad. I think they are the 3rd biggest L2 out there, volume rise. So it's really sad to see why the token or that the community is not, I would say, not that strong anymore to rally behind it. You know what I mean? So, but I think in Polygon's case, it doesn't matter much because they are fucking successful BD, fucking successful devs and product shipment as well. So probably not needed in this case, but it's still sad to see, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was some time of people were buried on Polygon with all their L2s taking the lead on that, like when Arbitrum came out, Optimism, and all these other L2s. It was some period of time where Polygon was like, okay, we don't know what are you doing, and you are not like the L2 everybody is using. But I think with this new position into the payments ecosystem,
Yeah.
I think they got a chance here. Not sure about the token if it's investable. I don't think it's investable, the token right now, but maybe that can change in the future if there is.
Surely it can change. They have have an ecosystem going on with numbers, surely. Yeah.
Yes, and some other news about Ethereum staking going on during this week. In this case, Fidelity is filing for adding the staking and the quarterly cash distributions for the Ethereum ETF. So they are potentially staking all the Ethereum they are holding. Fidelity Investments, big numbers. It's not like staking 10 Ethereum, so stuff like that.
Yeah, you really have to have big balls to propose staking goes to 0 or something. When these guys announce these products, but the proposal is a bit different. It's not like it's staking gets 0%, only if certain KPIs are met. But who knows how this plays out? So yeah. But the overall is the sentiment out there, even though nobody really gets the proposal, is staking rewards get slashed. So, and if this is a narrative, you already lost.
Yeah, another new about the staking of Ethereum, we have a Sartlink, institutional grade Ethereum treasury platform that also they are looking to stake 200 million of Ethereum. In this case, they are going through Lido Finance. This is the leader of liquid staking tokens. And yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I think staking tokens, LSTs, are pretty much the winner takes all. And Lido is exactly performing that currently.
Yeah, security in the staking is the thing that institutions are looking, and the ones that are better tested with more money, I think, are the ones taking the
branding and credibility behind Lido is fucking strong as well. I think if you aim to be a big one, I think there's no chance. If you try to aim a niche one with outstanding APRs and stuff like that, for example, the Frax version from ETH, so staked FrxETH, oh man, sometimes weird. Stake FrxUSD, stake FrxETH. I never said stake FrxETH the last what is it, 2 months or something. So if you have product like that, deep embedded in DeFi, looping strategies, whatever you want to plan with it, maybe also LPs on some stuff like that. It's interesting, I think, and there is a chance, but I think nobody should think there is big revenue to be made if someone like Lido is taking the share from everyone. So, but it's cool to see that they getting involved in these big players, and they onboard them pretty much. And these Lido staked ETH will probably land on some DeFi protocols as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they need to start in one way. They probably will choose the safest way, but if they realize later at some point, like there is other product offering the same level of security and they get a better yield, maybe they have the option to diversify a little bit of the staking through these other products. That's where sfrxETH can take a chance there.
True. Yeah, that's what I mean. Exactly.
That's everything for the news. We have quite a lot for this week, and let's jump into the FUD section. We start with not many FUD news this week, but I think this one is very important. It's about Trezor, the hardware wallet. They have some information leakage from their users. So the people that order this device online, the data get exposed to some hackers with the full names, the shipping address, phone numbers, email address. So this is a big mistake. Of course, it was many users affected almost 12,000 users. And yeah, I mean, it's a mess. They have some security implementations, like they can only steal 90 days data by their security policies and stuff like that. It's not like it's their fault 100%, because there is some other company that was the one affected, that they relay the information to them. So I mean, you can take some precautionary measures to avoid this happening, but I mean, yeah, who do everything perfect? I don't know. And yeah, basically the information will be out there, and if they have if you are poor, no matter.
Are you shocked? Are you shocked?
No, I mean, this is something you can expect this happening if you are in crypto for some years.
Not only crypto. Do you really believe your data from Amazon or whatever shop or Alibaba shops, or the stuff you buy your girlfriend from these weird, suspicious shops in the internet, and you expect this data is not sold on some marketplace? I mean, try to get a new mobile phone number, and you have a completely new mobile phone number, and you never interacted with any whatever service, you never typed it in. You get, after 2 or 3 months after received it, you get some scam calls, weird marketing calls, and because this number got sold probably 10 times. So for me, it's not. I'm still surprised. People are surprised that some bad people probably knows where they live because of, they buy stuff in the internet. So for me, it's always a risk involved for every purchase I do in the internet. It's always the same.
I think I lost you, Captain.
Can you hear me again?
Now it's okay. Yes.
Okay, maybe.
Yes, you are back.
The eclipse killed the internet.
There is some storm going on here in my place as well. So, but I think this time is not me. Anyways, just very sad.
It's my revenge now. It's my revenge.
It's okay. It's okay. I will survive. And then, I mean, there is some precautionary measures you can take, like about this data leakage, like putting another address. I don't know, maybe your working office or stuff like that. Use phone numbers that are not, there's some email addresses that you can use of Proton email, for example, that you create a new one each time. It's like an alias email, and you don't get affected. But I mean, there are very few people that realistically can do that. We basically give the power and give our information to some companies, and we just hope for the best.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Absolutely. We just need to be more aware of this stuff, and maybe learn by time, and maybe there are some better tooling, better technology in the future to avoid this stuff.
Maybe it's a mistake, but I see we have 400 listeners. I don't know why, but the roll-up has 435 and we have 383.
We are winning.
we are winning. We're winning.
Yes. Let's.
maybe it's a mistake. I'm sure. Let me actually. No, it's right.
I think it's the food section is our start of the show.
we just click 30 minutes in, then the FUD section comes.
Yes, and then the food section this week is very short. It's just these two news. Another thing that happened is this Harmony is not very big protocol, but they got an exploit, and there is a mint function that I don't know how many tokens get minted, and everything is packed up in the ecosystem. So another protocol exploit that happens during this week.
Yeah, it's sad, but we are lucky that no big protocol is involved in such things for now. So yeah, sucks for the users.
Yeah, it sucks, but I mean, there is a small ecosystem, so yeah, it wasn't affecting many users, I guess. So
no, I heard nothing from anyone.
Yes.
Nobody's
okay. So we keep it short this week about the FUD section, and it's time for one of the sections you like is about Charmander. Let's go into the chats.
Let's go.
Come on, Charmander. Welcome to the group. Chat! Chat!
Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome back to this week's Market Pulse. This week, the two markets we're watching are telling very different stories. Ethereum is still waiting for confirmation, but Frax has already broken out. And it's now building structure above resistance. Let's take a look. Starting with Ethereum, it continues to trade in a relatively narrow range below the $2,000 resistance area and the weekly EMA 20. We've been tracking $1,600 as the key weekly support for several weeks now, and the level continues to hold, but despite the recovery from support, Ethereum has not yet been able to reclaim the $2,000 area, so structurally, the picture remains largely unchanged. Until Ethereum can reclaim that area and establish acceptance above it, we are still treating this as a consolidation rather than a confirmed trend change. So for Ethereum, the message remains simple. We are still waiting for confirmation. Now let's move to Frax. This is where structure has finally changed. After spending weeks building balance between 22 cents and 26 cents, and then consolidating between 26 cents and 28 cents, Frax has now broken above the 28 resistance. This is the breakout we've been waiting for. But what's interesting is what's happening next. Instead of immediately continuing higher, price has started consolidating between roughly 28 cents and 33 cents. In other words, the market is now building a new balance area above the previous resistance. And this is an important distinction. A breakout gives us expansion, but acceptance gives us structure. So at this stage, we are not simply asking whether Frax broken 28 cents. It did. The question now is whether buyers can continue accepting price above that level and turn 28 cents into structural support. If that happens, the next major area we are watching is around 35 cents. If the market continues to hold above 28 cents while building this new range, that would suggest the breakout is being absorbed rather than rejected. So this week's message is simple. Ethereum is still waiting for confirmation. Frax has broken out and is now building. The next question is whether the new structure can hold above 28 cents. We'll keep watching how that structure evolves. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Charmander, for your analysis like every week. Yeah, I mean, it's basically all explained. The situation looks different in comparing Ethereum to Frax charts, and he just nailed it. And yeah, no more comments during this week about it.
No, I'm grateful we have him. He's so well experienced and knows what he's doing. So it's a really value add to everyone who is doing some whatever he's doing, predictions, LPing or trading.
Yes. Thank you, Charmander, again. And let's continue into the next section about DeFi Yield Radar. We need to highlight again during this week about resupply. So there is a lot of different combinations that you can put your liquidity to work in resupply. There is more or less risk you can take. These crazy APRs you see on the right with different assets. You need to be aware that this is a combination of leverage. You are doing some looping stuff. And I will suggest as well to do a very good research into understanding how resupply works and before taking any actions. But yeah, basically, this is the website. I think we saw it last week. I don't remember because of the technical problems, but you have the stablecoin of the protocol resupply is frxUSD, that there is an insurance pool. You can participate on the savings stuff. Then you have the liquidity part where you can be like a liquidity provider in some stable coins, but also some volatile assets. You can deposit on the aggregator protocols like Convex, Yearn, and also StakeDAO. Some of these are stable coins, so that's pretty much very good stable coins APRs for some of them, like for example sfrxUSD, also here with the resupply stablecoin 14.7%, with the resupply dollar with sfrxUSD 16.48, and with the S dollar as well 16.1. I think these are very good opportunities here. Also, you can,
what was it? 60.1?
60.48 with the savings CRB USD with the stablecoin of frxUSD. And yeah, I think there are different opportunities, not only like liquidity provider, you can also participate in the lending market. So yeah, understand what are you doing. So again, I repeat, but
can you scroll up a bit? Scroll up again to the header.
Yeah.
Look, there's this black and white dollar symbol. You can see it right in the right. The Frax dollar symbol. Yeah, it's the Frax logo, man. The USD is the frxUSD logo, right?
Yes, this is about the lending markets. So you can supply a CRB USD or a frxUSD in this case for the lending market.
Yeah, I like also the UI and stuff. I think they did a great job. It's looking good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the easiest product to understand for the new people coming into DeFi, but what basically allows is the re-hypothecation. This is why the hypo is the character here for this protocol. And yeah, I think they are doing a great job. And right now they are advocating for incentives and high APRs in the protocol. So let's support these guys. Let's have a look also into one of the flagship products from Frax protocol. In this case, is much simple as frxUSD. Is the yield-bearing stablecoin of the Frax ecosystem. Right now, it's paying easy 4.1 API. If you go here in the earns section of frax.com, you can just put here frxUSD and convert it straight away into sfrxUSD and start earning this yield. Here you can have a comparison of the biggest yield-bearing stablecoins out there, the one from Tina and Sky protocol. And you can check that always the one from frxUSD, sfrxUSD, is getting the better yield compared with these two. So very simple, and I think it's worth it to mention. If you are interested on understanding how it works, you can go into the documentation about frxUSD and then going into the stake section. You will understand how the yield works for sfrxUSD. You have all the information, the different strategies that can happen depending of the market conditions, the carry trade strategies, the DeFi AMO strategies, algorithmic market operations, and then the basic one, real world assets, giving just the basic yield coming from the treasury bills in BlackRock and the different real world assets backing frxUSD. So yeah, that's the thing for today, DeFi Yield Radar. Let's jump into the Frax ecosystem news. There is not many updates for this week about Frax Finance news. One of them is related with Royco. But yeah, it looks like we are in front of a partnership that is happening. Royco was already mentioned by Frax Finance before, but right now we are presenting like Frax is building the default stablecoin for liquidity, and feels like yeah, there is something else coming, and we're gonna watch it in the next post. That there is a proposal active for voting right now for the Frax ecosystem. And yeah, I mean, this Royco stuff is working with these tranches. I don't know if you heard about it, but there is different level of risk that you can invest in this different level of risk, senior or junior. And then there is SLP also that provides the exit. I mean,
yeah, they call it the default stablecoin frxUSD for their growing senior ecosystem. So I think it's a bigger one. We should dive deep into that. Shout out to Jordi. I think Jordi's involved, right? So that's cool. Not in the deal, perhaps, maybe as well, but he's involved in the Royco protocol, and I saw him pushing some stuff and content around out the last month. So maybe we can also talk with him about this partnership. Maybe there's
I mean, there is this voting going on right now. There is a proposal specifically talking about this Royco protocol, SLP, and the sfrxUSD strategy that will put up to 1 million of frxUSD tokens into this strategy. So if you are interested, do some research. And if you have voting power inside the Frax ecosystem, as we do, you can go to the Snapshot website and vote on it.
Let me show you. Vote on it as well. Why not? I mean, I think it's a positive thing. We get more usage, and I think it's a good one. Let's try it. Let's find out if we can highlight something more. Let's reach out to Jordi. Maybe can help us a bit. So if nothing much going on in the news section currently, and the big ones coming probably end of year or next year, so we can probably highlight the ones we have a bit more to give both communities a chance to learn a bit more about it. I think in my case, if I see every week a new partnership, it's for me hard to dive deep into it personally. Take capital and participate, because I need to learn, I need to feel the trust, everything involved. And I think if you help our own community, Frax community, Rocco community, the Ethereum community as a whole, to give them a bit more, okay, that's pretty easy to use, I try it out. I think we can now focus on that part. Later, when the noise comes louder and one announcement after another announcement, and we just woo, 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 then it's getting harder, you know? So yeah, let's dive in. I'm pretty interested in this model, so I have not much to do with tranches and stuff like that, so it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there is a starting with a small amount, but I think this kind of deals and partnerships, they just grow as you are tested with time. And also,
if you're not successful with this amount, you're not successful with 10 million or 100 million.
That's right. So you need to start by some amount of money. Let's see if there is demand, if the people use it, if they get a good yields. Of course, people will jump in. And yeah, it's just the start of something. If there is progress into it, probably we will keep having raising on the amount of money that goes into these markets. And then one of the most bullish things that happened is related with the FraxNet. This is a cool video by the Frax intern. And yeah, it's like announcing the functionalities of the FraxNet, the mint and redemption, this one-to-one orchestration for different stablecoins. We can see here USDC, USDT, DAI.
It feels already like this on-chain Federal Reserve, you know, this on-chain Fed bank narrative we had a couple years ago around Frax. So, and this is probably exactly what it should look like from the experience and also from the wording. Okay, transform your dollars into on-chain dollars. That's it. It's crazy. Cool.
Yeah, in this case, this is the kind of functionality we need for better experience, user experience, just transforming one-to-one from your bank account into stable coins. I think that's very needed for people to remove all the friction, and they just don't realize they are just digital dollars. They don't care. So yeah, FraxNet is here. Check it out into this link, net.frax.com, and yes, you can use it just using one email for mint and redeem functions, and then for US nationals, you can get a full access to virtual bank accounts right now, and it's coming also from European people as well very soon. Let's have a look into it. Then, yeah, I think that's our Frax section for this week. Let's finish with the alpha call. And this week we are covering one of the voting proposals that we have here. It's about the...
You found it yesterday, right?
Yes. It is very well. It was in the governance of the Frax, so yeah, it's something that is
or
public.
Your bot army or your agent army for so 24/7 searching everything.
But yeah, that is what's going on. Is some kind of deal with Gearbox. Gearbox is a protocol that maybe some OG people know about it, but they pivot a little bit. They have some specific solutions that they market to stablecoin markets and also leverage for real world assets. So they are pretty much building infrastructure with institutional players about yield products in a very safe way. So yeah, this looks like if this passing is like a good deal for both sides. And yeah, it's a bit complicated how they use the different layers, but they are integrated with different players like Midas and Securitize and Infinify for this kind of DeFi real world asset yield products. And yeah, I mean, it's up to both. Let's read the proposal deep because there are, I read it already, and it's a bit complex to understand all the things. But what we can see here is another possibility of partnerships. And one interesting thing is also if this both passes, Gearbox is also committed to put it as collateral in JAMA lend and borrow CRB-USD and swap it to frxUSD and do this cool stuff. So yeah, they are OGs. I think they are doing a good job, and let's see if this passes. So this is the alpha for this week. If you didn't know about Gearbox, have a look into their website and investigate a little bit about them. You can also open the application for them. But yeah, just you can do some due diligence and vote into the proposal. I think that's everything for today's. We just passed 1 hour and 6 minutes. That's enough. And
Yes,
I just
I
leave
think
you the mic, Captain, to give the final words and greetings to the audience.
Yeah, I think it was a good show. We had fun. We had some cool news without some weird incidents. So from my side, I have not much to say anymore besides thank you everyone, and hopefully we see you in the Frax community over the next weeks and months. So if we enter the stablecoin super cycle, we need you all to cheer and to support. I think our space is in front of a huge change again, and I think many people don't realize that yet because of the bad sentiment. But if you believe in something positive, join our chat, join our Discord, and join the Telegram of Frax, the main Telegram chat. So thank you for watching, guys and ladies, and everyone else. And see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Hey everyone, happy Friday. Welcome back to Thank you.